Peace, light, and love. Um, so this moon energy is for today, August the 22nd, up until Sunday, August the 28th. All right. And we are in a waning moon cycle. Okay. So right now we're releasing some things. Things that needs to be released, things that we need to heal from. Please disregard all of my background music, all of my background noise. Um, it's really quiet in here in my little area, so it's a lot going on around me. Um, so today the moon is in Cancer, and today felt like a really domestic day. I really spent today meditating on the astrological energies. Um, Kind of studying the transits, writing down my downloads, and pretty much getting my moon report together for the week. So, obviously, I don't have it all the way together because I'm not on the page. And my notes is all over the place. So, please be patient with me when it comes down to me turning the page. So, sorry, bear with me. I'm looking for my today's energy, which is kind of separate for the week. So yeah. So yeah. So today, can you sweep that in the don't drag that across. Pick the glass up. So the moon today is conjunct Black Moon Lilith. That's first things first. So with the moon in Cancer being conjunct Black Moon Lilith, there are dark secrets, I feel. But with the moon being in a sextile to the sun, I feel like whatever's in the dark or whatever secret that people think they have, or the manipulation that they try to it's like whatever they try to plot and plan, even though the person might act like they don't know what's going on, with the moon being in a sextile to the sun, your secret's pretty much already known. The moon sextile to the sun is secrets coming to light, being made aware of some things. Chiron is also trying to Venus at this time, and it's in a sextile to Saturn. So with Chiron being in a sextile to Saturn, there are some things that needs to be healed. And Saturn is in Aquarius, and we know that Saturn in Aquarius has been in a square to Uranus and the North Node. So Chiron being in a trine to Venus, this is dealing with women and females, and we are in the moon energy right now, and the moon is conjunct Black Moon Lilith. So this does involve other women. This also could involve money as well with Venus. Chiron is also in a sextile to Saturn. So Saturn is a longer term energy. It's something that's pretty much been going on for a long time. And Saturn is also the planet of karma. So we know that with Saturn being in a square to Uranus and the North Node in Taurus, um, we know that this energy does involve, could involve, because we're in Saturn. So there's, restrictions, challenges, dealing with second house things or whatever Taurus is in your chart. My last moon reading last week, I kept seeing the Justice card, Libra card, and I did mention a divorce. Why are you over here? Why are you out on the table? Okay, go on and eat it. We mentioned I saw the Justice card, and I did mention a divorce. With us being in this waning moon cycle, we are releasing some things. And with Chiron being in Aries, we know that this is combative energy. This is an impulsive energy. This is a passionate energy. Basically, like, I'm going to go off my impulses and my desires, and I want what I want with this Jupiter and Aries energy. Like I said, we are in a waning moon cycle. This is a time of releasing. And these are the Mystic Moon Oracle cards. So we have Ceres in Leo as well. Ceres is an asteroid that is connected to fertility and growth. And it's in the trine of Jupiter and Aries. So right now, with us being in this waning moon cycle, which the moon is in a square to Jupiter and Aries. All right, the Cancer moon is in a square to Jupiter and Aries. I feel like this is definitely a test of our intuition. We know that Jupiter and Aries is the Knight of Wands energy. Okay, somebody that thinks he's a player, somebody that is non-committal, somebody that's hot-headed, somebody that's impulsive, somebody that wants what he wants. He really isn't faithful to anybody. He's like the community D, okay? He's the friendly guy that, we got the Eight of Wands here. So we got passion, communication. The Eight of Wands could also be travel, okay? It could be, because it's traveling pretty fast. So it could be like arguments, gossip, okay? Text messages as well. But these messages are passionate. So they come with some kind of passion, be it anger or more so of a passion of the sacral chakra, so to say. But we definitely have a passionate energy here. Yeah, healing over the truth, because I see the Four of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and Nine of Swords. So some people could be having some anxiety, okay? As we do have Mars now in Gemini, which will bring anxiety. It will bring arguments, okay? Gemini energy always deals with more than one person, so third party energy here, okay? But Ceres is conjunct Venus in Aries. So Venus in Aries kind of put me in the mind of the Princess of Wands or the Queen of Wands. This is somebody that's sexy, that knows her worth, that knows who she is. Knight of Swords. That knows who she is. She's confident. She takes charge of her own life. Like, she don't need a man to dictate her, to confirm her or to validate her with that Venus and Aries. Venus and Aries Um, of course, it's dealing with women, but you know, Aries women are pretty strong, and with Venus being there, um, she moving on. She's not finna sit here and argue over no man. 2023, sis, we not doing it. We not arguing over no man. We letting them go. We're releasing and we're healing. Okay, so if you got a player or somebody trying to be slick or manipulative, you know, this is the energy of letting them go, releasing. Okay, my 12th house is Aries, so baby, we letting them go. Okay, we not doing it. So yeah, Venus and Aries, she move on pretty quick. She's not the type to sit around at home depressed. She might be for a couple of days, but she bounced back out of that shit pretty quick. Okay, so there's that. And Sarah's in Leo is opposite Saturn. So like I said, we have a lot of karmic energy here as well. The moon is also in a trine. I said the moon is trying Jupiter, but the moon is going to end up squaring Jupiter eventually. And that's going to be either later on tonight or tomorrow where the moon will square Jupiter. I do feel that with this moon in Cancer being a square to Jupiter and Aries, be mindful of domestic disputes. If you are going through domestic abuse, please seek shelter and get out. Don't be too ashamed to humble yourselves enough to get yourself out of a situation by doing what you gotta do to get out of it. With the moon being in the square with Jupiter and Aries. Also the moon in Cancer square to Jupiter and Aries. Hopefully, like, not, you know, any unplanned pregnancies. Listen to your intuition. I feel like with this moon sextile the sun, when you already kind of know what to expect, then you can react a little differently, because the moon in Cancer can be quite dramatic and when they're emotionally upset. So be mindful of that. But Chiron is in a sextile to Saturn, so this is very karmic. This is healing. Okay, I think Chiron is still retrograde. It's been retrograde for a while. So like I said, with us being in this waning moon cycle this week, we're doing a lot of healing and releasing. So it's the opposite of bringing things in. We're letting things go this week. All right. So, as stated, the moon will end up squaring Jupiter, and then it will oppose Pluto. And I want to say the moon is going to oppose Pluto in Capricorn tomorrow, possibly tomorrow night. And what happened is, it's crazy because my laptop doesn't work, and my special app that I had that showed me all of the moon aspects for the week, that I'm not able to access it because my freaking laptop won't come on, and thanks to the damage of my children. And I thought about that when I was going over my last moon video, and I was going over the 5th house, the Leo new moon video. I was going over the 5th house, and for Libra, which is my 6th house, their 5th house is Aquarius. And I promise you, I've been having Saturn and Aquarius issues for like a year now, dealing with my phones, with all of, you know, constantly having to buy the kids new phones, tablets. They constantly damage them and destroy them. So I have not been having good fortune when it comes to technology. But we got I have the Knight of Swords here, and the Knight of Pentacles, and the 7 of Cups, and the World. So cycles is coming to an end. I got the world the other day as well, a couple of days ago, and I was just like shuffling and pulling some cards. So with us being, we got justice here at the bottom. So yeah, divorce. Like, this is Libra energy. So a Libra could be somewhere in a mix. But with this Seven of Cups, I feel that there's a lot of confusion. There's confusion. There's temptation. The Seven of Cups can also be like self-delusion, okay? So yes, cycle coming to an end. So, you know, put an end to the delusions. If you're paranoid, thinking like, oh, my lover is cheating on me, or my lover is sleeping with the neighbor, you know what I'm saying, or the girl around the corner, or the girl at work, because we do have this Virgo new moon, and I'm going to talk more about it, and then I'm going to also do a Virgo new moon video. But this new moon being in the square to Mars and Gemini, okay, this is like people trying to be manipulative, trying to be clever, okay? We know, I mentioned the Three of Pentacles. It made me, the new moon in Virgo made me think about the Three of Pentacles. People working together against you, gossiping, like trying to be clever. Because remember, Gemini energy is the trickster, it's the magician. So this person can be very manipulative and kind of star shit. Like, they'll throw the rock and then hide their hands, like, oh, I didn't start it, but they all in it. Like, well, what happened when, you know what I'm saying? But they the whole one that narrated and instigated this whole situation. So be mindful of this trickster energy, okay? Also, spying on coworkers at work, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I was gonna save it for later. I don't want to forget it. I did write it down. But Mercury and the new moon in Gemini being in a square to Mars. I'm sorry, the new moon in Virgo square to Mars and Gemini. People, co-workers spying on your social media. Be mindful of that. Any social media drama, try to avoid that, you know, or avoid what you put. Be mindful of what you put out on social media. I'll say the rest of this year to next year, because we're going to have Mars and Gemini a long time. And I feel this is a lot of spying energy, a lot of investigating energy, and also people trying to be clever and play mind games. So be mindful for that energy. So overall for the week, this waning moon phase, and I actually, instead of me, because I started breaking it down detail by detail, but then I started seeing this week as the bigger picture, okay? Because the moon is going to enter Leo on August the 24th. Remember, we're still in this moon, this waning phase, so we're still releasing here, okay? With this Justice card here at the bottom of the deck, and then we got the Six of Swords and the Star. Moving on, healing. Yeah, we're moving on. We're moving. It's about healing and growing. Healing and growth. We not doing the drama. Don't feed into the drama. People trying to provoke you. If you know, people talking about you, trying to test your intellect. You know, be mindful of all of that and be conscious and ascend. So when you're conscious and you can ascend this lower vibrational energy, you know to take the high route with this Virgo energy, the Virgo new moon energy that's coming up, in which Virgo is the Virgin. So with Virgo being represented by the Virgin, usually you expect, you know, I feel that representation as them being someone that's pure, that's honest, that has good intentions, someone that has integrity, someone that carries themselves gracefully. Okay, this is the goddess energy. Okay, because she is very creative. Okay, Virgo energy is very creative. Yeah, they love to, with their Leo 12th house, they love to have a good time. They love good food. They love to be, they love a great domestic life, to be comfortable at home with their hermit energy, being happy at home with their hermit energy. Like they don't even have to come out. It's like I got everything I need and want at home, and all my friends can come over here and we can party, and I don't have to go nowhere. Please excuse the flies that y'all might see running, flying around in here. Unfortunately, the door doesn't have a screen, and where we are, flies is pretty bad, so that sucks. So the Leo, moon, which in this case is the waning moon phase, is going to be in a square to the true node and Uranus. I would say this energy probably will be exact on the 25th, the next day. And I feel like for this Leo, this moon in Leo square, Uranus and Taurus, and the truth node in Taurus, the moon in Leo, it could be about your creativity. It could be about your stability. And it also could be about like how you provide for your family with that Cancer 12th house. But with that square to Taurus, which it could actually be like these energies take place in people. So, check out the Leo and Taurus energy in your chart to see where the square is exact. And it's been going on for a while, so this is nothing new. Saturn in Aquarius is nothing new. We've been going through this square with Saturn since last year. So we're really going through some karmic energy right now. And once Saturn goes into Pisces, whatever we did not heal and release, we're going to regret. So, or better yet, once Saturn enters Pisces, that's when the releasing is going to be for real. Like with this Aquarius energy, all of the boredom, the sneaking around, all of the sore energy. Once Saturn hits Pisces, you letting shit go for real. Like, because Pisces energy is all about releasing. So check out the part of your chart where Pisces is and where you're going to be letting things go. I've already been thinking about Saturn and Pisces, so I'm way too far ahead of myself. So let's stay within this week in 2022. So yeah, the moon in Leo. I feel with the moon in Leo being in the square still, with the true node in Uranus, there's a need to love yourself. Love yourself. Take care of yourself. It's all about you. Remember that this moon in Leo is going to be conjunct Ceres. And is it Venus too? Because Venus is in is Venus in Leo? I want to say Venus is in Leo. Yeah, Venus is in Leo. So the moon is going to conjunct Venus and Ceres. So, but like I say, we're in a waning cycle. So, what in this part of your chart needs to be released when it comes down to this Leo moon energy? It is square to Taurus. So, and also the moon in Leo will end up opposing Saturn as well. So we know anytime there's an opposition, there's usually a third party involved. So, that moon in Leo is going to oppose Saturn. And I'm sorry to say, for the Saturn in Aquarius, I can't help but think about the Seven of Swords, the sneaking around, the theft, okay? So, there's some healing. This Leo energy is about loving yourself, pampering yourself, and focusing on your money and you know, these doggone flies. And what makes you happy? Your joy, your fifth house. What makes you happy? Okay? Because we know that, you know, Leos can really sacrifice for their partners. And right now with this square, it's like, no, you know, we're releasing, we're not doing that. It's about loving yourself. All right. So it's funny to me how the moon is going to oppose Saturn. Okay, so they're opposites already. Okay. And then they're squaring the same op. So it's like they got the same op. You get what I'm saying? Like Saturn, the moon and Leo opposite Saturn, but they both square Taurus. So it makes me think of a triangle. You know, you got the moon and Saturn opposite each other, but they're both square to Uranus and Taurus. Uranus and the true node. So it definitely doesn't feel like a good energy to me. We got the Knight of Swords here. A lot of communication with this Knight of Swords could be forceful communication. So we're putting an end to that. Putting an end to this impulsive, aggressive energy. Okay. Also, I feel with this waning moon cycle, Leo, I feel there's a need to release always being in control, release being argumentative, because I know sometimes some Leo energies can be very pushy, very argumentative, very bossy, like I want my way, or this is what I said do. But this week, when the moon enters Leo, take some time to relax, lighten up on your co-workers, on your employees, lighten up, buy them some peace of this day. Like, I appreciate your hard work. You know, today y'all can kind of take it easy. You know what I mean? So that's the energy that I feel for this week. And that is the 24th and the 25th. Who these doggone flies? The moon in Libra. So, the moon enters Libra on August 29th. But let's go back to the Virgo new moon on August 27th. So the Virgo new moon will be in a square to Mars, and they're both mercurial. So we both know, so we know that Virgo is ruled by Mercury as well as Gemini. However, Virgo is the more practical Mercury sign, meaning they actually are more hands-on. They're the doer. So they like to plan and take their time with things. Versus Gemini is the method that your communication gets around, you know. So with Gemini being a method, we know that Gemini is the third house. So it's flighty, it gets around, you know, it's, social media, the internet, your car, your travel plans. Be mindful of, Mercury and pay attention to this Mars, because, we don't want any accidents. This is a third house. This is a third house energy. So be mindful of this Mars square. Be mindful of accidents on the way to work with this square to Virgo, with the new moon of Virgo. Also, with the Virgo moon, like, I know Virgos are writers, and Gemini energy, Virgos are also detail oriented. So with this square to Mars and Gemini, I feel like, those who have that Virgo energy of trying to be a perfectionist, you're going to stress yourself out trying to remember every detail, because it's like, well, I got to do this, I got to do that, and I got to remember this, and I got to remember that, and I got to do this, and I got to do that. And I pretty much already resonate with this energy with me having a new job, and then I picked up a new way of making money, being a candy lady, and I make food from home, and then I still try to find time to practice on my nails, and then I plan on going back to nail school soon. And then like it's like when you have so much, it's like, oh, I gotta do the kids' hair, I got to get their dinner ready, I got to make sure their school clothes is washed and ironed and put out. You know, it's like being so meticulous. I feel like that could be the issue. And with Mars being in Gemini, be mindful of being frustrated, feeling overwhelmed, because you know, with my second house being Gemini, I know I can overthink things. So be mindful of overthinking things, and anxiety. Take time out to meditate. I feel like during this moon cycle as well that we should take the time out, even if it's just 30 minutes to, you know, or an hour, to think things out, write things down, you know, meditate, ground yourself for just a minute in the midst of all of your busyness. And I already said, be mindful of your coworkers finding your social media. Please don't do any social media beef. I've been through that before. Actually, at one job, like there was a problem, and I remember like this new job I started, when they brought it up, when they was like, you know, if something happens over social media, the coworker can bring it back to work, and like, oh, so and so confronted me on Facebook. When that came up, there was instantly like a light bulb in my head, like, oh yeah, and that happened to me before. So be mindful of that, beefing over social media. Be mindful of the things that you put on social media the rest of this year. Well, Mars being in Gemini, okay, because this is a really spying kind of energy, investigating kind of energy. You know, people looking up your information and just things like that. Really, this is a fast moving energy. Also with the moon going into Virgo in the square to Mars and Gemini, October is always the month for respiratory issues in children. I know, because I've been through that with my small kids, and it seems like every year in October, that's when the flu season hits. So we know flu season is about to hit. Make sure y'all got plenty of Lysol wipes. Be mindful of your health at this time. Eat plenty of oranges, vitamin C, take your iron pills. I even told like my kids that like our kids need to start back wearing masks in school, because they didn't wear masks in school was that Friday, and they've been sneezing all weekend. I'm like, oh nope, see, they're gonna have to put the mask on, because even though it's not COVID, they can still come home with colds and germs, and they can breathe that in. And I also noticed last week, Friday as well, that the teachers was wearing their masks. Like, even though it's not mandated, and a lot of kids are not wearing masks in school right now, I noticed that teachers are wearing them, especially teachers that work with small children, because respiratory issues, kids still coming to school with colds. Please make sure we have our children wash their hands on a regular basis, okay? So I feel like this is a time with this moon in Virgo, square to Mars and Gemini. I feel like this is a time to be mindful of your health. Also, the moon in Virgo always wants to be in service to people. But with this Mars and Gemini, you probably just won't have the energy, or you might be, hopefully you're not like arguing with your lover or whatever because you helping somebody or trying to be of service to someone. Be mindful of that energy as well. That could be a problem. Trying to see and make sure I got everything. So there's that. That's what I have so far for the Virgo new moon energy, and I will do a separate video about that. I'm going to go more in depth with that as well, and we're going to go through the houses of the new moon being in the square to Mars, because that is like the biggest energy of this Virgo new moon energy, which like I say, I'm still getting my notes together, meditating on the energy and things like that. So like I say, I will do a Virgo new moon video, and we'll have that uploaded. on the 27th. All right, so when the moon enters Libra on the 29th, and I actually added this day up because the 29th is a number 11 day, plus 8 ends up being the number 19. So the number 19 is going to be a 10 day. So putting an end to things, okay. I took some notes about Libra's lower vibrational energy. From my experiences with Libras, I know that Libras can be very superficial. I know they can be very manipulative as well, especially when it comes to other people's money. So with this moon entering Libra this week, and we're in this moon phase, I feel this as a need to release being superficial, release the need to be kind of cocky, you know, like wanting a lot of attention, kind of like showing out. I feel like this is a week when the moon enters Libra, to just yeah, chill, have some patience as well. Yeah, like don't be so quick to like fly off the handle this week. So that's what I have for this week, and I appreciate it. Be sure to, like I say, click the notification bell for whenever I do come up, post any other videos, and follow me on IG. And I put that out there because this video is going on both platforms. So just be sure to stay in tune with me, and until next time, peace.